Hi there, welcome to a very quick demo for Exertis new ICE tool. I'm going to start by going to the standard Exertis website and going down to my configure section, and down here I can see I have ICE for Dell, Fujitsu and Lenovo, as this is a multi-vendor tool. I'm going to hit ICE for Dell right now. This will take me to the home page and you can see a little bit about ICE and what it does, and then I can hit the Dell logo to go through to the environment. Within the environment I have servers and workstations live with storage yet to come. So I'm going to click on servers and then I get my carousel of the products I can configure through Exertis. So if I pick a Dell R730, this then gives me my options. I can see here that I have two chassis, although I only have one in stock because these numbers here give me my live stock. I have my configuration options in terms of what's in the base unit here. If I'd like a little more information, I can click on my question mark button and this will bring me up a light box with the data sheets, pictures and so on and so forth, and I can download those if I'd like to put them on web. So I'm going to pick this chassis I have in stock here, and as I pick that you'll notice I get a tick over here. It's not a valid quote until I have a tick in every box. Once I pick my base unit I'm going to go down to CPU. Right now I'm going to say no additional processor. However, when I go to memory, if I then try and add too much RAM for one processor, then I will get a message telling me that that's too much RAM and I need to add another processor, and in fact it's done that for me. So now if I close that message and go back to CPU, you'll see that a second processor is now added. In fact, it's also added the heatsink and the riser card because you'll need those. If at any point I wish to review what's in my quote, I can just go to my side box here and I can see my quantities, my price, the stock levels and my running total at the bottom there. Now if I want to go to storage, I can do this one of two ways. I can pick no RAID and just select my hard drives, or I can pick the particular RAID level I'm after to get a bit of guidance. For instance, if I hit RAID 5 here, you can see that it's set the number of drives in the RAID set to 3, as that's the minimum you can have on RAID 5. If I try and take it down to 2, then I will get another pop-up box telling me it requires 3, and it's back up to 3. I can go up and put more RAID drives in that RAID set, as long as I don't go over my hard drive bay's free limit. So I can pick my hard drive for that, move on to my second RAID group, and add in a RAID 1. Now a RAID 1 can only take 2 drives, so I don't even get the option to change that here. I'm just going to pick my drives. Third RAID controller, I'm just going to put none, and then as I get to the RAID controller group, this one actually has one built in, so I can get the information on what's in there and what RAID levels it will do, but I can't change that because it's not an option. I also have options for backup drives. I'm just going to hit none, and if I want to cycle through these a little faster, I can just use these arrows to skip through sections rather than go to the sidebar. If I did select a backup drive, it would of course add in the correct PCI card for me and the correct cable to hook those up. Right now I'm just going to select another network card and move down through my options. So I may wish to have an iDRAC license. I may wish to have redundant PSU, and so on and so forth. As we go through, you'll see the ticks in the boxes are there as soon as I've picked something that qualifies as a valid choice. And again, until I have a tick in every box, it's not a valid quote. I have software options, both ROC and licensing and OEM, and I can pick those as I go through if I so require, so that I can have non-Dell equipment without ever leaving the environment, really to make it just very quick and easy to do a finished quote. So once I've gone through and I've picked everything I want, so I'll have my warranty here, I now have a tick in every box and this is a valid quote. So I can now save or output this quote. So if I put my reference in here, and then you can see here status 20 valid. If I didn't have a tick in every box, it would have status 10, which means it's not a valid quote. I can then export my quote, and I can have that in Word, in Excel, in PDF. So if I click on that, you can see it will output a PDF, which I can then view at my leisure. If I ever want to check on my existing quote, say it's getting to end of month and I want to chase some things in, then it's all in there by customer, by product, by date, when it's valid till, and when I last modified that quote. And that's ICE. It's a new intuitive multi-vendor tool from Exertis that adds some value to our reseller base.